Can AI create the perfect running plan? Maybe we can all just ditch expensive coaches, skip buying detailed training plans, and finally reach our running goals the cheap and easy way. Because AI is emerging fast. There are so many tools out there right now. And if you prompt it properly and give it the right information, it is crazy what it can do in just seconds. But what about for running? Is AI at the level where it can actually outperform coaches and expensive training plans? That's what I'm going to break down in today's video. If you're new here, I'm Karoline. I'm a 2:46 marathon runner from Norway, chasing the dream of running the 2028 Olympics. I have trained with some of the best coaches. I've tried every system from pace-based to lactate threshold training, and I finally landed on a method that actually works for me: heart rate targets and time on feet. But instead of using myself in today's experiment, I want to make this relatable to you. So let's imagine you're this runner. You're training for a marathon. You run 3 to 4 days per week, and you typically do one interval session, one long run, and 1 to 2 easy runs. And you usually run after work in the evenings. And your big goal is to break 4 hours in the marathon. That's the runner we'll use today to test whether AI can actually build a good training plan. Let's head into ChatGPT and test this out. And I'm in incognito mode here so that it's not influenced by any of the past prompts. That way we get a fair test. Nothing skewed by the coaching insights I've shared before. Make me a sub-4 marathon training plan. I run 3 to 4 days per week. I usually do one interval, one long run, and 1 to 2 easy runs. And I train after work. So it's giving us a 16-week plan. That's a classic marathon build you'll see in a lot of programs. I like that it structured the week with a mix of intensities, so one hard workout, one long run, and a couple of easy days, although I did give it that information. And look here, it actually included a deload week. That's good. It shows some understanding of periodization, but here's the big problem. The person using this AI doesn't know what they don't know. How do you actually know if this is right for you? And why doesn't AI ask, why are you doing only one quality session? Why not two? Why are you running 3 to 4 days? Could you increase to 5, or have you then struggled with injuries? If so, what's your intensity like? Okay, notice, it's giving paces. There is where I see a lot of athletes get into trouble. I've tried plans like this before. The classic 16-week pace-based marathon build, similar to advanced marathoning, and it didn't work for me. I ended up overtrained and injured. I've also had so many athletes come to me after grinding through pace-based programs, and they were putting in all the work but not seeing the PRs they deserved. Okay, let's see. Here's another issue. The long run progression jumps really fast, from 14 miles, then suddenly to 18 miles. That's a big leap for a recreational runner, training 3 to 4 days a week. Now, 14 miles is about 22 kilometers. I'm curious, why is it recommending that? It's assuming you'll run at a certain pace, and that puts you out there for a set amount of time, but what if your sub-marathon goal is still far from where you're at right now? This is where I see a big problem. The logic a lot of runners use is this: if I want to run my marathon at this pace, I have to train at this pace. And while yes, I agree you need a lot of repetition and anything to get good at it, that's why we do a lot of running, to get better at running. But I've also seen this approach backfire over and over again. And that's the flaw with a pace-based plan. They don't work with where your body is at right now. They force fitness instead of building it, in my experience. And listen, I get it. If you're ambitious, if you have a big goal, I'm the same way. Mine is literally to go to the Olympics. But when I pushed paces I wasn't ready for, my running trajectory, it looked like this: up and down. Yes, the peaks were fun, but I wasn't making consistent progress. I would have actually gotten so much further if I had trained at the right effort for where my body was at in that moment and stuck with it long enough. And that's what I'm doing now, and it's not always glamorous. It takes longer, that's the truth, but the progress is steady. The setbacks are fewer, and I feel so much better. And this is me sharing with you guys how there is that way. You don't need to go through the constant worrying of getting injured and thinking that you might just not be able to run and it's not for you and something's wrong with your body. Now, let's step back and talk about the science here, because this is where AI and even most traditional training plans fall short. So, the real issue isn't that AI pushes too fast too soon. It's that AI and honestly, most cookie cutter plans are standardized. They're not dynamic, they don't personalize it to you. Most of these plans are built on the idea that if you train at a certain pace, you'll get to your goal. So, for example, if you want to run a sub 4-hour marathon, you need to practice running at 540 minutes per kilometer pace. But here's the problem: pace is an external load, it's just the output. How fast you're moving. It doesn't tell you how your body's responding internally. And that's where things get dangerous. Because if you're tired, stressed from work, dehydrated, or running in hot weather, that same pace could be way more damaging than the plan assumes. And that's why I prefer training by heart rate, because heart rate is a measure of internal load. So, how your body is actually handling the effort. It adjusts for stress, recovery, and even conditions like heat and humidity. Now, to use heart rate properly, you need to understand how it works. So, first, everyone's heart rate is different. My max heart rate is 197, but yours might be 175, and someone else could be 210. So, generic formulas like 220 minus your age are basically useless. Second, what really matters is how your body produces and clears lactate. So, lactate is a byproduct of burning glucose for energy. And at lower intensities, your body can clear lactate as quickly as it's produced. But once you pass a certain intensity, called lactate threshold, lactate starts building up faster than you can clear it. And that's the point where you start fatiguing. And here's the key: your lactate threshold corresponds to a specific heart rate for you. And that's why it's so important to individualize your zones, and why a one size fits all AI plan doesn't cut it. So, this is exactly how I design my training plans. I guide you through finding your max heart rate and setting zones that actually match your physiology. But I don't stop there. I go one step further than just saying run in zone 2 or stay aerobic or your breathing should be controlled. I give you precise heart rate targets. So, for example, one run might be at 143 BPM and another might be at 152 BPM. And both of those are technically easy, but they train your body in slightly different ways. And that level of specificity is what makes the difference between grinding away and actually making consistent progress. So, if you want to learn more, I've made a whole playlist dedicated to heart rate training, and I even have a video that explains exactly how to train my heart rate in the heat and in the hills, because conditions matter, and I'll link both of those below. This doesn't mean that AI is useless. It works well if you're, one, a beginner runner who just needs some structure instead of running randomly. Two, a runner on a budget who isn't ready to invest in coaching or a premium plan. I would definitely say that if you don't know anything about running, AI is way better than just going off and trying on your own. It also works for someone who is self-aware enough to adapt the plan when something feels off. And if you're using AI, I want to say be critical. Ask AI, why are you recommending this? How do I know how I feel? How do I know if it's too hard or too easy? If you're asking those questions, you're going to get way more out of it. So, where AI falls short is if you're an injury prone runner who needs careful progression. Also, if you're an ambitious athlete chasing a PR or a Boston qualifying time. And lastly, anyone who wants long term progress, not just surviving one race. Now, if you're watching this and you want something more personalized than AI or a generic training plan, I do have my own heart rate based training programs. So these are designed around you using time on feet, precise heart rate targets, and proper progression. They're built for different levels. So from beginner 5K runners to marathoners, running 5 days a week to 7 days a week. And the key with my programs is that I really want you to take a look at where you're currently at now. So I want you to go to my table that I'll put right here. And I want you to look at, okay, I have been running 2 to 3 days per week, and I want to do a 5K. And then I want you to look at the 5K level 1 because that's where you're at right now. And the key here is that maybe that plan will feel like it's too easy, but that is the whole idea because that way you're not overdoing it and instead you're building this consistency. If there's anything I've learned from my running journey, it is that this whole pushing the progress too quickly and being too close to that line and then constantly battling being injured, even though it feels like you will get there a little bit quicker, you actually end up taking a longer time because of this constant progress and then no progress, progress, no progress. And this isn't just theory. I've seen it work over and over again with the runners I coach. So Carrie went from a 41-minute 5K to a 28-minute 5K, and Ted dropped his 10K time from 55 to 49 minutes. And let's hear what Leonor has to say about the plan.
Hi, I'm Lenore from Portugal. I started preparing myself with Karoline for Sydney Marathon, and I'm extremely happy. For the first time ever, I went through a marathon block without actually getting injured, which is something amazing for me. It helped me stay consistent throughout the block, and I handed a PB at a very hilly course, and I'm extremely happy. Thank you, Caroline, for everything. I absolutely love your plan.
And that's the power of training with the right structure and the right targets instead of forcing fitness with a cookie cutter plan. And here's the thing, I back them with a money back guarantee. So if you follow the plan and you don't see progress, you will get your money back because I want this to work for you. And right now, you can also get 20% off with the code New Beginning, but only for a limited time. So if you're watching this afterwards and the code has expired, just DM us at Stay Satisfied on Instagram and we'll see if we can make an exception for you. So what's my honest take? If you're already seeing great results from pace-based training, you're healthy, you're progressing overall, and you're happy, then stick to that approach. There's no need to fix what isn't broken. But if you're grinding away and not seeing PRs you want, or you're constantly injured, or progress has stalled, that's your sign that something needs to change. And then the question is, what do you change it to? And for me, the shift was training with heart rate targets, time on feet, and proper periodization. That's what I now build into my own athletes' plans because it adapts to you, not a generic pace chart. So can AI create the perfect running plan? Not yet. Sure, it can make a plan, but without the knowledge to question it, you don't know what you don't know. And that's the real danger. You could be following something that looks smart on paper, but isn't effective for you. If you've seen great results with pace based training and you're progressing consistently, that's awesome. Stick with it. But if you've been grinding and not seeing the progress you deserve, or you're constantly injured, that's your sign it might be time to change your approach. Remember, the key to getting better isn't forcing fitness with generic plans. It's building from where you're at, step by step, and sticking with it long enough to see real sustainable progress. I'm really curious, what do you think? Would you trust AI to write your training plan? Have you tried it before? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I'd love to hear your experience. And if you're curious about how to start running on heart rate the right way, then check out this video right here next. Train smarter, not harder. And I'll see you next Friday.